asking if I'd make it home before midnight. Stopped leaving on the hallway light. We still slept beneath the same old roof, but every conversation came with missing proof. I noticed your suitcase wasn't packed at all. You were leaving long before the final call. Not with footsteps, not with slamming doors, just little pieces disappearing more and more. You said we're fine with tired eyes, like both of us believe the lie. Sometimes goodbye begins so slow, you don't even know it's letting go. We didn't break in one big fight, we broke in the quiet every night. One less kiss, one less call, one less reason to stay at all. By the time the truth was finally spoken, we were already hearts half broken. Love didn't leave with a crashing sound, it disappeared while no one was looking around. I found your sweater hanging by the bedroom door, right where you'd left it weeks before. I almost reached to smell your perfume one last time, then realized it hadn't been yours for a while. We became experts at avoiding pain, talking about the weather instead of change. Every silence built another wall until there was no us left there at all. You whispered, maybe we've grown apart. I heard the crack before my heart. Some endings don't arrive with tears, they quietly happen through the years. We didn't break in one big fight, we broke in the quiet every night. One less kiss, one less call, one less reason to stay at all. By the time the truth was finally spoken, we were already hearts half broken. Love didn't leave with a crashing sound, it disappeared while no one was looking around. If I could go back to those ordinary days, I'd ask the questions I was too afraid to say. Maybe love doesn't need grand apologies, maybe it just needs someone willing to listen before it leaves. We didn't break in one big fight, we broke in the quiet every night. One less dream, one less plan, until we couldn't understand. Now strangers know your favorite smile while I replay our final mile. Love didn't leave with a crashing sound, it faded away while we were still around. You came home early with that look behind your eyes, like you've been carrying questions all the way from work tonight. You asked if we could sit a while without the TV on, but I kept scrolling through my phone like nothing could be wrong. You waited for the silence to finally make me speak, then smiled and said it's okay, sounding softer than last week. I thought we'd have tomorrow to fix what we ignored, never knowing that tomorrow wouldn't look like us anymore. You weren't asking for perfection, you just wanted me to stay. But I kept mistaking quiet for everything being okay. We lost the argument we never even had, watching love disappear without a single slam. No broken glass, no shouting in the rain, just two hearts drifting in different lanes. By the time I saw the distance in your eyes, you were already halfway to goodbye. We didn't fall apart all at once, we disappeared between the lines. I found your sweater hanging where you left it by the door, like some part of you was hoping you'd come back for it once more. The coffee mugs are still a pair, but one stays clean each day. Funny how the smallest things reveal who's gone away. Now every room repeats the words we never chose to say. Echoes filling up the space where you used to make me stay. I kept waiting for the right time, thinking love could always wait. Now I'm talking to the silence, and silence never changes fate. We lost the argument we never even had, watching love disappear without a single slam. No broken glass, no shouting in the rain, just two hearts drifting in different lanes. By the time I saw the distance in your eyes, you were already halfway to goodbye. We didn't fall apart all at once, we disappeared between the lines. If I had asked one more question, if I had listened instead of guessed, maybe we'd still be two people finding home inside the mess. We lost the argument we never even had, and that's the part that hurts the most looking back. No villain here, no perfect alibi, just love growing quieter night by night. I finally heard the words you couldn't say, only after you'd already walked away. Some hearts don't break with one loud sound, they fade before they're found. You called around 11, said, can we talk a minute? Your voice was calm enough, but something wasn't in it. I asked if you were home, you said I'm almost there, but somehow I could feel goodbye already in the air. You laughed at something random just to buy another line, while I was holding on to every second, buying time. You never raised your voice, you never slammed the door. Some endings happen softly and somehow hurt much more. We broke before we said goodbye, long before you walked away. Somewhere between the little lies and all the words we didn't say, I watched us disappear one quiet night at a time. By the time you let me go, you were already gone from mine. Your toothbrush stayed beside mine for another week or two, like it still believed the things we couldn't make come true. We still said, drive home safe, still asked about the day, but every simple conversation lost another piece along the way. I kept fixing broken pictures while you passed lets it show. We broke before we said goodbye. That's the part I can't rewrite. You left my house that Sunday, but you left my heart long before that night. Now every empty chair knows exactly what we lost. I wasn't left in one goodbye. I was losing you all along. You asked if we could talk tonight. I said, can it wait till dawn? You stood there by the bedroom door, but somehow you were gone. You kept saying something's changed. I laughed and called it stress. I never heard your silent cry hidden underneath your breath. You weren't asking me to fix it, you just wanted me to hear. But I kept talking over us until you disappeared. We lost the fight before we fought, before the words came out, before the tears could hit the floor, before there was a doubt. You didn't leave because you stopped loving me. You left because I stopped listening. Now every quiet room reminds me love can die without a scream. I found your sweater on the chair, the coffee still half full. The movie that we meant to watch is waiting where we paused. Your toothbrush still beside my own, your picture on the wall. Funny how the smallest things can make the strongest fall. You gave me chance after chance. I thought there'd always be one more. I never knew the last goodbye would sound just like before. We lost the fight before we fought, before the words came out, before the tears could hit the floor, before there was a doubt. You didn't leave because you stopped loving me. You left because I stopped listening. Now every quiet room reminds me love can die without a scream. If I could walk back through that door, I'd let the silence break. I'd hold your hands instead of pride before it was too late. Some hearts don't break in one loud night. They fade a little every day. We lost the fight before we fought. Now there's nothing left to save. Two people standing side by side, still drifting miles away. I thought forever couldn't end without a reason I could see. Now I know the hardest goodbye is the one that happens quietly. Already 5 time zones away, already at your worst. I could hear the city noise behind you, voices I didn't know, a laugh that faded quickly when you heard my voice say hello. I asked you what was going on, you said it was nothing new, but nothing sounded different in the way you said it too. Somewhere between the signal breaks and everything unsaid, I started hearing answers to the questions in my head. I should have said, just talk to me. Instead I said, forget it then. You should have said, please don't do this. Instead the line went quiet at the end. We didn't end with fighting words, we ended with a dial tone. One misread silence on a screen. One night we both felt too alone. I thought you'd stop choosing me, you thought I'd stop holding on. Neither one of us was right, but both of us were gone. 3 missed calls at 2:30. I watched them light the dark. By morning I had typed and deleted everything inside my heart. You sent a message that said simply, maybe this is getting hard. I read the words without the meaning and replied, maybe you're right. Just like that, the distance finally won the war. Not with someone else between us, just the miles we couldn't cross anymore. We were both so tired of waiting, we forgot what we were waiting for. Sometimes love doesn't end in fire, it ends with one unanswered door. We didn't end with fighting words, we ended with a dial tone. One misread silence on a screen. One night we both felt too alone. I thought you'd stop choosing me, you thought I'd stop holding on. Neither one of us was right, but both of us were gone. If I had just picked up that 3rd missed call, if you had just said what you meant, if we had just been honest instead of being careful, maybe the distance would have felt like nothing. Maybe we'd still be on the other end of the line. But I learned too late that silence isn't patience. Sometimes it's just the last thing love says before it leaves. We didn't end with fighting words, we ended with a dial tone. I kept your last voicemail for months just to hear you say my name. Now I know what broke us finally. It wasn't miles or a different time, it was 2 people loving each other too quietly to survive. I saw you laughing with someone at the table by the door. Your hand was resting near his arm, the way it used to rest on mine before. I didn't walk over, I didn't wave, I didn't say a word. I just turned around and left before you even noticed I was there. I went home and wrote a message, deleted it, then wrote it twice, trying to sound like I was fine, trying to sound polite. I finally hit send at midnight. Saw you tonight, we should talk. Then I turned my phone face down and waited for the world to stop. I waited for the little dust to show that you were there. I waited for an answer that would tell me I could breathe. But the message sat there waiting too, marked delivered, never seen. You never read the last text, the one that could have saved us both. I built a whole goodbye around a message left alone. By the time you finally saw it, I had already let you go. Funny how love can end on a message no one opened. Turns out your phone had died an hour before I even wrote. You left it charging by the door while helping your sister move her boat. The man beside you at that table was a husband, nothing more. And I had built a funeral for something that was never gone before. By the time you charged your phone and finally saw my text, I'd already told my mother, already told my friends the rest. I'd already boxed your hoodie, already cried the whole way through, grieving something that was never actually true. You called me 7 times that morning, I let it ring and ring and ring. Sometimes a story that we tell ourselves becomes truer than the truth we're in. You never read the last text, the one that could have saved us both. I built a whole goodbye around a message left alone. By the time you finally saw it, I had already let you go. Funny how love can end on a message no one opened. If I had waited just an hour, if I had called instead of typed, if I had trusted silence was just silence, nothing more, we wouldn't be here now. Me holding boxes at your door, you standing there confused, asking what we're even fighting for. You never read the last text, but I already knew the end. I wrote our whole story before you even got to send a single word back to me, a single chance to make it right. Now I'm the one who has to leave with the goodbye I wrote that night. You never read the last text, I never gave you the chance to try. You Text me every morning whether sleepy, are you up? Like somehow I'm the first name that still ends your night. We meet at our little coffee shop before the city's fully awake, sharing quiet conversations while the world is finding light. You tell me all about your plans, the places you still want to see, then ask me if I'd ever leave this little town behind. I laugh and say maybe someday, pretending not to notice that every future in my head somehow still includes your smile. I've memorized the way you laugh, the way you push your hair behind your ear. I've got 1,000 words to say, but none of them make it past my fear. You don't know you're my favorite part of every ordinary day, the reason every crowded room feels empty when you walk away. I'm holding on to moments you don't even know you gave. Maybe one day you'll see me the way I've always seen you. Until then, I'll love you quietly. You asked if I could help you choose a birthday gift for someone, saying I think they're finally starting to like me too. I smiled and said that sounds amazing, while every word felt heavier than it should. We walked another mile together underneath the evening sky. You kept talking without ever seeing mine. Sometimes love isn't losing someone, sometimes it's never getting the chance to be found. Maybe silence is the price for keeping something beautiful alive. If telling you would change everything, I'd rather keep you in my life. You don't know you're my favorite part of every ordinary day, the reason every crowded room feels empty when you walk away. I'm holding on to moments you don't even know you gave. Maybe one day you'll see me the way I've always seen you. Until then, I'll love you quietly. Maybe this was never meant to become a love story at all. Maybe I was only meant to catch you before somebody else did. And if your happiness was never supposed to have my name, I'll still be grateful that I got to know yours. You don't know you're my favorite part of every ordinary day. You'll never hear the 1,000 times I almost called your name. I'll carry every little memory, every smile you never meant to say. Some hearts don't need forever to love somebody anyway. So if tomorrow comes and nothing ever changes, you'll still be the best secret I've ever kept. Almost turned the car around 100 different times. Your message said, come over if you've got an hour tonight. I practiced every sentence, set the red lights on the way, then forgot them all the second that I saw your face. You laughed and said, you're acting kinda different lately. I smiled and blamed the weather like I always do. Something the air. I finally took a breath and said, there's something I've been scared to share. I said, I've loved you for a long, long time, long before I found the nerve to say your name this way. If you don't feel the same, I'll understand. I just couldn't keep pretending anymore. You smiled before I finished, reached for my shaking hand and whispered, what took you so long? I've been waiting to. We walked until the coffee shops were turning off their lights, talking like we'd never really started before tonight. Every little memory suddenly made sense. Every almost moment finally found its place. You admitted all the reasons you never crossed the line, afraid that one confession might cost us what we had. Funny how two stubborn hearts can hide inside the very same fear. You leaned your head against my shoulder, the city disappeared. For the first time all the silence said exactly what we needed to hear. I said, I've loved you for a long, long time, long before I found the nerve to say your name this way. If you don't feel the same, I'll understand. I just couldn't keep pretending anymore. You smiled before I finished, reached for my shaking hand and whispered, what took you so long? I've been waiting to. No fireworks above us, no movie scene at all, just two cups of coffee getting cold, while two lonely hearts finally stopped pretending. Turns out forever sometimes begins with one honest sentence. I loved you for a long, long time, and now I finally get to say it out loud. No more hiding every heartbeat, no more wondering what if somehow. Now every ordinary morning feels like something brand new. The best part of my story started when you smiled and said, I've been waiting to. The wedding invitation came addressed to both our names, but only had one envelope and one seat left the same. I saw +1 beside a name I didn't recognize, and convinced myself the answer was written in your eyes. You left it on the counter, hadn't opened it at all. I read it standing in the kitchen, back against the wall. By the time you got home from work, I'd already decided that the life we built together was something you divided. I didn't ask you who they were, I didn't check the second page. I let one envelope rewrite the story of our days. Return to sender, return to sender. That's what I should have said before I let one letter get inside my head. I mailed away our future on an assumption, nothing more. And I never even asked you that envelope was for. Turns out it was your coworkers delivered to the wrong address. The +1 was for her fiancé, nothing you'd confess. Our names were simply similar. The mailman made mistakes, while I had built an ending out of nothing. Had all at stake. By the time the truth arrived, I'd already signed the lease on an apartment down the street. Already asked for peace. I'd already told our neighbors that we'd decided we were through, grieving a betrayal that was never even true. One piece of Mr. Library mail became the reason we fell apart. Sometimes the smallest accident can break the biggest heart. Return to sender, return to sender. That's what I should have said before I let one letter get inside my head. I mailed away our future on an assumption, nothing more. And I never even asked you what that envelope was for. If I had waited for the second page, if I had asked instead of assumed the worst, I would have seen the same co-worker's name on every invitation before this. Instead I built a story out of one address gone wrong, and now I'm standing in a house that never should have been my own. Addressed to someone I used to be. Return to sender. I read the name wrong. Return to sender. I read us wrong. Heard your voice behind the door and stopped right there. You said, I don't think I can keep doing this alone. And something in my chest just turned to stone. I didn't hear the next part, didn't hear you laugh, didn't hear you say my name like it was half of every sentence that you spoke that night. I only heard the words that felt like they were right. I built the ending in 5 seconds flat, standing frozen on the stairs like that. I walked back out before you saw my face, carrying a story I would never take back. I heard the conversation wasn't supposed to hear, and I let 4 wrong words become my biggest fear. I packed my things by morning, left before you woke, never knowing that the call was never about us at all. Your sister called me weeks later, asked me why I ran, said you've been planning something with your mother's wedding band. The doctor, not a stranger, the hymn I thought I heard was a florist for the surprise. You never got to say a word. I don't think I can keep doing this alone. Was about the guest list, not about our home. I built a funeral for something beautiful and true, and I never even gave you the chance to tell me you knew. 4 words on a staircase changed the way my whole world turned. I traded certainty for silence, and silence is the hardest thing to earn back. I heard the conversation I wasn't supposed to hear, and I let 4 wrong words become my biggest fear. I packed my things by morning, left before you woke, never knowing that the call was never about us at all. If I had walked in through that door, if I had asked instead of assumed, I would have seen the ring you hid inside your winter coat. Instead I built a wall from half a sentence and a guess, and walked away from everything I never gave a chance to happen. I heard the conversation I wasn't supposed to hear, and I turned 4 honest words into my biggest fear. I'll never know the question you were building up to ask, because I answered it with silence before you ever had the chance. I heard the conversation, but I never heard the truth. Your morning starts while mine is winding down. The sun is finding you as darkness fills this town. I send a picture of the rain outside my window pane. You send back golden skies from halfway across the world again. We count the hours instead of counting all the miles, learning how to fall asleep without your quiet smile. Every call begins with "Can you hear me now?" Trying to make forever fit into the here and now. I kiss the screen before we hang up, like somehow you'll feel it too. It's strange how someone can feel so close and still be impossible to hold. We're living in different time zones, but loving the very same heart, watching the same moon rise, just from different sides of the dark. I trade every sunrise I see just to watch one sunset with you, until the distance lets us go. sweater still hangs on the chair beside my bed, holding on to your perfume long after you've left. You tell me all about the little cafe near your place, and I imagine walking there trying to match your pace. Sometimes the signal freezes right in the middle of your laugh, leaving me staring at a memory that disappears too fast. I never knew silence could sound this loud, until loving you meant living through a cloud. People say that love gets easier when enough time goes by, but every goodbye on a video call still feels like the very first time. We're living in different time zones, but loving the very same heart, watching the same moon rise, just from different sides of the dark. I trade every sunrise I see just to watch one sunset with you. Until the distance lets us go, I'll keep finding my way back to you. One day there won't be a countdown, no airport gates, no boarding pass, no frozen screens or drop connections, just your hand finding mine at last. Until that day, I'll keep believing some love stories are worth the wait. We're living in different time zones, still chasing the very same dream, holding tomorrow together through every call in between. If loving you means waiting, then waiting is what I'll do. No matter how far this world keeps turning, every road still leads me to you. And until I finally hold you, I'll love you across the distance.